How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection back with another Through the Mail Tuesday video. This week we have 10 returns to go over, 1 big envelope and 9 small envelopes. I'm going to save the big one for last, of course, but because we have so many, we'll put these to the side. Actually, I'm going to put them down here, a little side table, and start off in South Jersey, Mr. Leroy Kelly. Hope everyone's had a good start to their week. Got that nice 66, I believe, Philadelphia. That is his rookie, and it is all beat up. I did not know when I bought this card, but look at that. Somebody had that on their punch board. But fantastic signature. And then a 68 Topps. Really cool. Love the Hall of Fame inscriptions. So, of course, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1994. Won an NFL championship with these Browns in 1964. Was a 6-time Pro Bowler. Twice led the NFL in rushing yards. And 3 times led the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Also part of the 1960s NFL All-Decade Team, Mr. Leroy Kelly. These came back in just 14 days, and it was $5 a signature. Very much so worth it. Thank you, Mr. Leroy Kelly. I know this card is beat up, but it looks fantastic signed. And next, we're going to go to Kansas City. Missouri, I believe. Or Missouri. And we have no hard cards. Oh, cool. Steve Grogan. I think I sent these up to Massachusetts. We got this 1990... something or another upper deck, 97. Pretty cool card. Fridge Perry right there. I think he signs TTM. Maybe I'll send that to him. And then we have a couple Topps cards. I think we have an 81 here, 82, and a 1980 Topps. Very, very nice. Thank you, Mr. Steve Grogan. I'm going to have to check out my spreadsheet here. I was not expecting this back because I swear I sent it to New England. But bear with me for a second and we'll find out just how long this one took. I did. I sent it all the way up to Massachusetts. So, pretty interesting it's coming back from Kansas City. I was actually thinking it was going to be Ned Yost or something like that. But 45 days, 3 of 3 success. Really cool. Thank you, Mr. Steve Grogan. Great quarterback in the 70s and 80s. Next, we're going to go to Cleveland, Ohio. No surprise here, Mr. Roman A. Semprock. Former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. Nice hard card. Nice 1958 Topps card and 1959 Topps card. Look at that, got ripped up. Get rid of that card saver. I believe this 58 is his rookie. And then really nice 59 there. Nice little blue ink, nice thin signature. Now you might be saying, Abe, who's Mr. Ray Semprock? Well, he pitched from 1958 to 1961 for the Phillies, from 58 to 59 the Tigers for 1960, and then the Angels, the inaugural Angels in 1961. So his rookie year, I think he won 13 games and had a sub-4 ERA. Really, really successful with the Phillies. Then his next year, he kind of struggled, and before you know it, he's getting picked up at Rule 5 drafts left and right. And then he was out of baseball. So, pretty incredible career there, considering after that he went on to work at his brother's restaurant as the bar manager. So, pretty cool that he's signing. Really, I love the 58 Topps set, and I saw this card, and I think I'd seen someone get him before. It might have been House of Cards. I had to send these out. So thank you, sir. Really do appreciate it. Next, we're going to move on to Santa Ana, California. This one's flimsy. Might only be one card in here. Oh. And before we move on, let's see how long that Semprock took. Just 10 days. Two success. Next, we have Jim Palmer. Really nice, 74 Topps. I actually sent these in a card saver, and did not come back in a card saver, in an 82 Topps. Really, really nice. believe he won 3 Cy Youngs, couple World Series, is the current color commentator, not play-by-play announcer, but color commentator for the Baltimore Orioles. I do catch the Orioles games at least twice a week, I'd say, and I wrote in my letter, I'm sure, that I always enjoy his true honesty about the state of the Baltimore Orioles and how guys are struggling and then other guys are doing really well. He's obviously a big fan of guys like Cedric Mullins and Ryan Mountcastle, and is pretty harsh towards guys like Matt Harvey and whatnot. But 2-2 success, fantastic Hall of Fame return. I believe he was inducted in 1990, and $10 a card. So $20, 2 cards. These cards are 8 years apart. Both look great. Great blue ink. I've gotten one of his cards I got last year signed through the mail, certified by PSA. So all on the up and up, all good to go. Thank you, Mr. Jim Palmer. I'm always curious to send in to him. I send him in every off season, just because he is as I said, the color commentator for the Orioles. I'm always worried they're just going to get lost or sit around for a while before he goes back to California. Next one, parts unknown. Another flimsy one. Here we have Gus Ferrat. 2 of 2. Pretty cool. I actually think I sent 2 of these cards. One, you see here it says preview. I think one said preview and one didn't. So, glad he was able to keep that one. He actually collects cards himself. But Mr. Gus Ferrat, who is he? He was a one-time Pro Bowler, I believe, back in the 90s. And had an interesting career. He actually has a really good interview if you want to look it up. But from Sports Collectors Digest, they did an interview of him and talked about his cards and his playing career and stuff like that. And he talked about how he loved collecting cards. So, pretty cool. Mr. Gus Ferrat. I'm going to check my spreadsheet. But I do remember watching him play for the good old Washington football team. Let's see here. Looking at the spreadsheet, these came back in. I probably shouldn't have thrown the envelope because I wrote the date on it. 62 days, 2 of 2 success. This is a pretty cool playoff card here. So, put him down here. Put the football on the right and the baseball on the left. And go to Seattle, Washington for hopefully another baseball return. Johnny O'Brien. Hard card. 1953 Topps. Signed. You'll notice a huge crease across the face. I actually bought it like that. But look at that. That's a great signature. Now, Johnny O'Brien, of course, he played with the Pirates with his twin brother back in the 1950s. What I thought was really cool about his career, he was a 2-time All-American in basketball for, give me a second. It was, I think, Seattle University. And I mean, that's pretty incredible. He's also the first player in NCAA history to score 1,000 points in a season. And I believe when he was at Seattle University, they even beat the Harlem Globetrotters at the time. But after that, went on to a 8-year baseball career with the Pirates, the Cardinals, and the Braves. I believe him and his brother were also the first twin brothers to be a double play combination. I want to say Johnny O'Brien was the second baseman, his brother was the shortstop. So really, really cool. Had a .250 career batting average, 4 home runs, 59 runs batted in, and he even pitched. He went 1-3 with a 5.61 ERA in 61 innings. How cool is that? Shohei Ohtani before Shohei Ohtani, right? I'm just kidding a little bit there, but 7 days. Thank you, Mr. Johnny O'Brien. Love getting these 53 Topps cards signed. Where are we going next? We're staying in Seattle, Washington. Did not plan that. Let's see. How about Lenny Wilks? 72 Topps. I did send a donation to his foundation, so pretty cool. He included a nice little index card there. Or his business card, Lenny Wilks Foundation, CEO. This is a 72, 73 Topps, I believe. Little wrinkled. That's how I got it. I think I got it really, really cheap. But You see here, Hall of Fame 1989, 98, and I think that's 2010. But he went in as a player, a coach for the Dream Team, and then I just believe a coach as well. But let's talk about his playing career. 9-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, top 50th anniversary team, top 75 anniversary team. As a coach, he won an NBA championship. In 94, he was the coach of the year. I think he coached the All-Star Game 4 times. Had over 17,000 points in his career, 7,000 assists, and of course went on to coach the Dream Team and win Olympic gold in 1992, as well as in 1996. So really impressive. This came back in 10 days, and I sent a $5 donation. And I want to say this is my first basketball return in a number of years. So thank you, Mr. Lenny Wilks. And let's go to Santa Ana, California. We were just there with Jim Palmer. No hard card. Always makes it difficult. This is an old envelope. Older envelope. Spring training. I think this was sent out in spring training. Joe Kelly. 2 of 2. 2019 Topps Heritage and 2019 Topps. Look at that. You guys don't know Joe Kelly. He is pretty infamous in Dodgers history because after the Astros were, I don't want to say accused because they were found of cheating. He, of course, threw at a couple of their players, or at least threw at the one, and I can't remember, I think it was Altuve, and he got ejected, and he had a very infamous meme-type face. So, of course, I sent these cards out to him to get signed. And I want to say it was in spring training. I'm going to have to take a look at my spreadsheet here. But he unfortunately was just released, I believe, by the Dodgers, but does have a World Series ring with them in 2020. So that's pretty cool. He's always been a very hard throwing right-handed pitcher. I believe he came up with the Boston Red Sox, but I'm sure we can check the back and see that. No, he came up with St. Louis and they traded him with the Red Sox. So then he went from the Red Sox to the Dodgers in 2019. Signed a pretty lucrative deal for a reliever. And it looks like he's catching up on his fan mail. So I sent this all the way back in February. We're here now in November, and it took 252 days. Well worth it. Thank you, Mr. Joe Kelly. Great story behind that one. Let's go to Indianapolis, Indiana, and you can see up here who it's from. Not sure if you saw that. I accidentally picked up a USAC. While grabbing for the scissors, we have a hard card, and we have a 1959 Topps card signed by Mr. Carl Erskine. Very cool. I feel like I just picked this card up too not too long ago at the Chantilly Card Show back in late October. So super quick turnaround from buying the card to sending it out to getting it signed. But 9 days. I sent a $5 fee, which I believe he donates to Special Olympics, which is a fantastic cause. But if you do not know Mr. Carl Erskine, he played for the Dodgers, Brooklyn, and Los Angeles his whole career from 1948 to 1959. He was an All-Star in 1954, won a World Series with the Dodgers in 1955, and pitched 2 no-hitters in his career. Won 122 games, had a 4 ERA, and I think just under 1,000 career strikeouts. Thank you, Mr. Carl Erskine. That is a great return. We're going to put him over here. And our last return, everybody, comes from none other than Frank Thomas. As you can tell, everything's top loaded because my camera died again. But what we got here was the original one, Mr. Frank Thomas. He sent a very large manila envelope with an amazing photo, but I thought I'd show off the cards I got from him as well. So I sent him these 3 cards, a 62 Topps, a 59 Topps, and a nice 58 Topps, and he of course returned this card as well, which has his full stats on them. So as you can see here, I'm not sure if it says, but he was a 3-time All-Star, all with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He hit 286 home runs, just shy of 1,000 RBIs, an absolute masher in his day. I'm going to have to feature the 58 Topps. But what I sent to him was those 3 cards and a check for $37. And he has a very, very good deal where he will send you a signed photo. Really nice high quality photo. Sports Illustrated cover. He was the first Pittsburgh Pirate to be featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated. So you can see his signature right there. Really nice and clean. Put this down here. Also sent his price list. A nice little note. So as you can see here, I went for this Sports Illustrated magazine cover for $22. So let's see, 3 cards was $5 each. That was $15. Then another $22 for this photo. That was $37 total. 5 total autographs. I guess you could count it even more than that because we have one down here, that's 6. One down here that looks live, that's 7. And then he also sent another note right here. So 8 autographs total for Mr. Frank Thomas. Really, really cool. Again, I apologize, my camera cut out on that one. I mean, this is a really cool photo. I'm actually not keeping this. This is going to be a present. The cards I am definitely keeping. So here they are again. And these came back in just 8 days. You do not need to send a self-addressed stamped envelope or anything, since he takes care of all of that. But thank you, Mr. Frank Thomas. And thank you all for watching this week. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week. And hope your mailboxes are full as well. Bye for now.